in the dungeons of the Hardly Heroes studio.
I got my Apple Watch 2 this weekend.
Yeah,
You
also,
like how
you got it as well, because Buddy got one and you got one too.
He's got a Series 1. I've got a Series 2.
Oh,
course.
So
it's the name is 2.
I'm better.
Well, you know.
I don't think so, because the rings, I think I'm whooping your ass.
You might be. I'm a busy guy though. I don't have a whole lot of time to be doing shit like that.
I'm at 1,037 calories burned. Manny's at 632.
How many
Suck
steps
it.
do you have?
I know you got me beat there, so quit being a douche.
I like how the things that I win, he just doesn't want to talk about.
10,500.
14,638.
It's because he's shorter than me, and he's
That's
got small legs.
Not a thing.
I walk in just enough space, like about an inch between each step. So I'm just constant.
And he puts it on his dominant hand, so it's probably counting steps that aren't really steps.
I'm yerking it all day.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yerking.
Does it hurt you guys to be this pretentious?
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
Welcome to Hardly Heroes. I'm your host, Buddy.
I'm Manny.
And I'm Aaron.
All right, guys. Who's excited to talk about Westworld?
Wait. Look, I'm going to get this out of the way. Before... We
You're
talk
lucky I have had my protein, my oats,
and
today.
spaghetti.
And turkey sketty.
You shouldn't just don't respond to him.
Yeah.
Just pretend he's not there and just keep talking.
Do you pretend the time? You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the time
I think that's
I-
the
yeah,
lyrics.
when we fell in love? Do you remember the time?
Oh, dear.
God, I sound just like Michael Jackson. I don't know what you guys are hearing. But in my mind, I am Michael.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
what day do you want to talk about?
Well, I was going to mention a few.
They better not be like this fucking geese thing that take 15 minutes.
No, it's not
All
going to be
right,
that
all
bad. I want it's the 6th today. It's October 6th.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
And I wanted to wish you guys one happy garlic lovers day.
I don't like garlic very much.
Well, he is a vampire.
That's true.
That's true.
A happy Mad Hatter day.
I dig that one.
You know,
Man, I like Mad
Al-
Hatter. He's
Alice in
pretty cool.
Wonderland, blah, blah,
Until
blah.
Johnny Depp fucked it up.
Well, you know.
All right, now we're talking. Yes.
And a happy National Poetry Day.
Okay, those
And
are okay.
because of National Poetry Day, I thought I'd write a poem for the show. It's a haiku.
I'm so intrigued.
Of course, it's a haiku.
Yeah.
575, bitch. And I wrote a poem for the
Sounds
show.
like the name of a band, 575.
575. I like it. So here's the poem right now. I wrote this myself.
Band name called it.
Hardly Heroes Cast. It's a podcast with some laughs. Sprinkles is awesome.
It's the worst.
End of
poem I've ever-
haiku.
End
Yeah.
of haiku. 575. All right, there it is. So that was it. That was my days. And my poem.
When did you write this?
Yesterday.
Did you actually sit down, or you're
Yes.
like, I'm gonna get the creative juices flowing?
Yeah,
you know?
no, it was good. Yeah.
Hardly Heroes. It is funny.
Yeah.
Sprinkles is awesome. Haiku over. Done. It's a wrap.
Those are my favorite poems because they're simple, they're short, they're easy to write. They don't even have to make sense. You could just do fuck in 575 and it's a haiku.
They definitely don't have to rhyme.
No, they do not.
Well, now that that's over,
Yes.
spoiler alert, this show will entirely be about Westworld. So if you haven't watched Westworld, hit pause, come back, because we're going to be talking all about the show. So let's just slip right into this and
Whoa.
get into it.
Oh.
It's a little
I
tight,
want to just get all up in it.
little bit of a tight fit.
You know, almost like, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, in Empire Strikes Back. Cuts open the beast,
Yeah.
crawls inside the beast.
They also do that in Revenant.
That's true.
He
in
gets in the
Revenant,
horse.
too.
I feel like he tries to make Star Wars comparisons at any point he can. Like everything he
Mostly
tried-
just Han Solo.
Yeah,
references.
and just like
Because I am Han Solo.
All right. And I'm Batman.
You're going on vacation up here. I'm already gone.
Lando for you.
I'm not Lando.
Totally Lando.
Yeah, you are kind of a Valanda.
Yeah.
I'm no fucking Lando.
I just said that because I knew he was gonna
You're
flip. them.
you're fucking C3PO over here.
I don't mind.
Totally.
I'm
Totally
I'm
C-3PO.
so okay with talking to moisture evaporators. Like I could do that all day.
R2D2.
No, you are not R2. R2 is so much more. He's got I guess. No, not really R2. Who would I fucking say you are? I don't know. Let me get back to you on that.
Oh, okay.
That's funny. I mean, I don't mind C-3PO. I'm
Annoying. Just never does anything. Just walks around.
whatever. He's smart.
All right.
That's true. He is smart. I'll give you that. He's always, knows some shit.
Some.
That's not the definition of smart in my world. He's smart. He knows some shit.
You just never tell me the odds.
He's
That's
book
all that
smart.
matters.
All right.
He's book smart.
He's like internet smart.
R2D2. Street smart.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really stuck on what would I make Manny.
Anyways,
Let's just get into the goddamn show.
Westworld. Okay. So
Not Star Wars.
not Star Wars.
okay.
Westworld. Let's. Okay. So this was Sunday. It premiered Sunday. First episode.
Yep.
Of the series. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and it sounds like everybody else did too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even just for like a pilot episode, I think it was one of the best pilots I've ever seen.
It was a pretty good pilot.
Like Lost is up there, like in the very best pilots, but this is really, really good.
The original film in 1973 was created by Michael Crichton. We know him from Jurassic Park. Got a very similar feeling.
Yes, it does.
Theme parks gone wrong.
Yeah.
This is executive producer J.J. Abrams, Jonathan Nolan, Lisa Joy, and we've got the cast of Ed Harris, Anthony Hopkins, Jeffrey Wright, Evan Rachel Wood, and James Marsden so far.
Do you feel that, because obviously it's got a star-studded cast, that it's either what HBO is doing, or do you feel that it is more of the script? I mean, I know the script, obviously they want to be a part of it, but if this was on Stars or something
So you're
else,
saying the quality. You're saying if it goes to if HBO gets the credit for how good the show is.
more of, do you think that's why so many big actors jumped on this because of, first, the script, second, because it's HBO? Because if this went to Sci-Fi or something else, do you really feel it would be as good?
No, and that's the thing is a lot of shows go to HBO because they don't care about ratings. They care about content and quality.
Yep.
Because
I love HBO.
HBO doesn't they're like their numbers they don't really track that on how successful in their mind a show is. Just because The Leftovers is a good example. They were getting less than 1 million viewers last season, but it got critical acclaim, and that's what they care about. They care about critical acclaim and, not the viewers as much.
Because I feel like this is their next heavy hitter. They were looking for something for Game of Thrones to take over, kind of take over
that
those
spot,
ratings. Yeah.
Sure.
And
I
I didn't know if they were going to be able to do it. And this show came along. And, I mean, it's only one episode, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but...
Well, you're always a little scared when a show first starts, but
Sure.
that was a great first episode. And I would think that any actor out there that is given the opportunity to work with HBO is going to jump on it because they've got a pretty good track record, right?
Yeah. And, I mean, look at True Detective. I mean, they got Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
And, and the second season was garbage, but
They still got good big
they got the
actors,
big
yeah.
actors. And I think that is what you were saying, just because it is
Yeah.
HBO. And it shows. It's, it's really, really good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so to talk a little bit about what the show kind of has to offer a little bit, Jonathan Nolan, one of the executive producers, was interviewed, And he talked a little bit about the show and how he was inspired by it, or what he was inspired by, and he was actually a gamer. So it made me think that maybe possibly he was out there playing Red Dead Redemption.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you played that a lot, man.
Oh yeah, I love Red Dead Redemption, and it does this show feels a lot like the game, a lot like it.
See, I only played the zombie one, so I don't know what the real game
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, the DLC.
But it's like that's like Grand Theft Auto, but Western, right? It's a kind of
Yeah, it's
basically-
exactly like it. Yeah, I think it's better than Grand Theft Auto, honestly.
That's a
When they finally,
bold claim, my friend.
I think Checkpoint would probably agree with me.
Yeah,
All right.
probably.
I hope so.
You're
Maybe.
getting so many name drops.
Right?
from us.
I know. You're welcome, Patrick.
We gotta help. We gotta help the brothers out.
I guess.
Okay. So in the show, the robots are called hosts.
Yep.
Humans are the newcomers or the guests.
Yes.
And then you got the creators, of course. Something I noticed, this is the second time Ed Harris is in a movie about an artificial world.
Oh yeah.
Truman
Yeah,
Show.
Truman Show.
Yeah.
That's
Except he's on the opposite end now.
I love Truman Show.
So okay. How far did you think? How long did it take you to realize that what's his name? James Marsden was a robot.
Oh, it fucking blew my mind.
Right?
It blew my mind.
Up until that where the big reveal was, I thought he was a guest and he was
Yeah.
like coming in and
Definitely. When
Yeah.
that happened, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't see that one coming at all.
There's so many questions I already have because the stupid show is so great, and
I do have this might turn into a little bit bigger of a discussion, but I have a really big question because just to kind of set the tone for this question, I went into this show. We all know about it. We've been talking about it for a week or two. I went in thinking one thing and came out another. And just to kind of set where I was is I came going in there thinking it was going to be almost like just very entertaining, and just kind of being like, oh, this is cool.
Sure.
This is what it's going to be like. At the end of the show, caught me so off guard that it got my mind going. Like I was just laying in bed, and this sounds kind of weird, but in my mind, I kind of conflicted myself of being, who would I be? Would I be the bad guy? Would I be the good guy? Or would I be the guy that just gets drunk and just bones a bunch of fucking women? Which, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but when I hear that guy on the train saying, I brought my kids and everything, and then
Oh, yeah.
he's like, I came back and I just got drunk and had sex.
He said the second time I came back, I played evil, and he goes, it was a lot more fun, or he said something like that, to that effect.
So my question to you guys, and obviously I have an answer too, but faced with those decisions, what would you pick? And I would like each one of you to answer, because I have my own answer in this.
Sure.
And to your guys' answer, I do have something I want to ask each of you as well.
all right, Manny.
So we only get to, so we're picking one as if we only get to play once, right?
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
our first.
we only have $40,000. That's it. We're taking our whole savings and we're
One.
and we're going to Westworld once, and
Okay,
that's it.
I thought about this a little bit because I knew this question would come up between the three of us. So I've been thinking about this, and I thought it was funny that you're going to ask this. Is that it would be really difficult for me to pick one, because what I want to do is I do want to go in there and I want to shoot people in the face.
Sure.
And I want to cut their fucking heads off.
Sure.
But I don't want to rape anybody. I'm just not a raper.
Really, you would not classify yourself as rapey.
Even if it was a robot, it'd feel a little icky.
Okay.
So I think if I were to pick one, it would be evil, because we all have a little evil in us. But
Oh dear, sorry. I'm
But not a raper.
I'm not a raper.
What about... I know. Manny's a raper.
Hi, I'm Manny. I'm not a raper.
I'd feel bad for the
I have
robots.
a bit of a drinking problem.
I'm a drinker, not a raper. Okay, let's get that right.
Now, what about you, Aaron?
Okay, so what are the categories?
So, good, evil, or a drunken fuckfest.
Okay, no, that's good. Here's the thing. So I because you didn't tell me this question, and I didn't know.
No, I
this was
did
coming.
not tell anybody about
didn't
this
tell me
question.
either.
So the way I think of it is like, have you ever played Telltale's The Walking Dead, where you can
I know about
kind
it,
of
but I've never
choose
played
your
it.
own
Yeah.
adventure. Most people on that game choose like the right path, choose to be good and blah blah
good.
blah. Every time I play that game, I choose to be the biggest asshole in that, like, just make everybody mad. As if people die, I don't fucking care. But I think if it was like, man, it's too close to real life that I think it would just be like good guy, but just take in everything, because it's, I don't know, it's probably just more towards the good guy, and like playing poker and riding horses and all that shit.
I love that he said that, because my first initial reaction to this question to myself was Manny's. Like, I want to shoot everybody. I want to be crazy. I want to wild out. But then I thought of what he said, is they feel so real and they look so real. Could you imagine if you're point blank about to shoot somebody and they're pleading for their life? Like, your moral instincts, and that's what's so weird about this whole show and about the concept, is that it feels so real that would your realness take over and be like, dude, I can't kill this person?
And they even say as much in the show, like the guy, the British, is he British or whatever? He says that they're getting too real.
Exactly my point. And that's what kind of caught me off guard, and it caught me thinking of, yeah, I may want to do that stuff all the time, but can I really react on it? Yes, I know it's fake, but it feels real.
And remember, I'm not a raper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to rape anybody, because I feel sorry.
But you
I'm not
think
a
you
raper.
could really pull the trigger?
I think that I could pull the trigger on some douchebag asshole, the sheriff is recruiting people to go find people, right? I think I could shoot the bad guy.
But see, you just said you wanted to be the bad guy.
I want to be the bad guy that shoots the bad guy. Han Solo is not a good guy. He's an anti-hero.
So like the Punisher.
I want to be the anti-hero.
Yeah, the Punisher. He's
okay.
I want to go
That's
save
different.
women,
Yeah.
kill the bad guy, but do brutal things to him.
Yeah,
in the process.
It was a question that I was really stuck with, because it just kind of made me open my eyes that this isn't really that far
Oh, sure.
fetched. I mean, we might see something like this in our lifetime.
Maybe
okay,
virtual reality.
Yeah,
but
virtual
not-
reality. I'm not talking about like full on touching.
But isn't that what we do in Grand Theft Auto? We get on, and the first person you shoot them in the fucking face.
Yeah, but that's not. That doesn't feel real. It's not. Looks just like you. I'm saying if
Yeah,
it was
so-
you in a place.
Yeah, if we had a thing like Westworld, and it was just like you jack in and you're in New York or Hong Kong or something, I don't think your first instinct would be, hey, let me just take this car that's not mine. I think it would be, it just wouldn't be that. I think if it was realistic and more real life, and they did it really well in the show, in the movie, I didn't watch it, but the hands, the robot's hands, you can tell that they're a robot from their hands, because it's so hard to draw a hand in real life, and it's hard to make a hand as a robot.
They said it in the show that the older generation, you could tell that there are robots by shaking their hands.
Yeah.
So when you brought up the video games, another game that it kind of reminded me of deciding what you want to do, play good or bad.
Second Life.
No, it's Mass Effect.
Oh.
Mass Effect is a great game. And if I get 2 shots at a game to play good or evil, I am going to play the good person first.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go back and do every single bad thing I could possibly do. Because you got to get the most out of it. And I feel like that would be part of the experience. Now, what you guys are saying about things looking so real that you might not be able to do it, I understand that. But I think once we get to that point, we'll be a bit more, what's the word? It just wouldn't affect us as much.
I know what you're talking
Desensitized.
There it is.
We'd be a little desensitized. I think we would. So we would maybe feel or know the difference between a robot and a human, but we wouldn't know until it actually happened.
This is true. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are. I don't know. It's a lot of awesome questions are.
are tied up in this show, and that's what I thought was so weird about the show is I kind of went in one way and came out another, being like, God, like, what would I really do with myself if I was in this? More of where I would hope for a world, not Western like this one. I'd more want a world kind of like Fifth Element.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Like futuristic, there's spaceships. It's kind of more future kind of vibe. That's
You're like
just
a
what I
sci-fi
wish.
detective, and you've got to
Yes.
find the damsel in distress and
Yeah.
solve the crime. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be more of up my alley, what I would really want. And that was my next question is, if you could pick a world, what would your world be?
Well, something about the thing that you were talking about before is that I do think that this type of thing would show people's true colors. That would be scary, like true colors. You go in there and get to do whatever the fuck you want. Some people would scare the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
But go back to your last question, is that I think it would be some sort of a sci-fi world, maybe something to have to do like in space or having to adventure to another planet. So that was part of it. So you're taking the ship to another planet, and this planet is the world that you visit. But the spaceship part would be part of it. I would hope so. That'd be my choice.
I can dig it. So this isn't just because of our name, Hardly Heroes, okay? But I would probably want to be jacked into a world where there is superheroes, and I am also a superhero.
That's a good one.
It's funny you say that.
Right? Like,
I was talking with somebody about this today.
be the Flash.
And we started talking kind of about being a superhero or something. I said, maybe I wouldn't want to kill like a bunch of people or something, but I was like, I would like to be almost like the Hulk, have like this crazy strength, but be in my body and stuff not crazy affect me. And I was like, I would love to fight somebody like hand to hand, just like as hard as I could. You know what I mean? Like
Luke Cage.
yeah, like every ounce, everything I had to just, you know what I mean? But then at the end, you know what I mean? I don't have to take the repercussions of like my job being broken.
That's why I really liked the MMO. What was it called? There's a superhero MMO. I can't think of it.
yeah, there's a
Few of them, but
yeah, with the Marvel, is it Marvel characters?
well, no,
or
there
DC?
was first one that was just there was no Marvel or it wasn't Marvel or
it
DC.
was just super
Man, I can't
made
think
up
of the name of it.
superheroes.
Yeah,
I know what
but,
you're talking about.
But I have the DC one on my PS3.
I think it was called like Heroes and Villains. Or
Yeah, I
something
think it
like
was.
that.
Yeah, Heroes and Villains. But I just love like that was just so much fun, and I love.
Now that's an interesting concept to be superheroes, but these people are real. It's not like virtual reality, so
that's-
it's not like anybody's ever going to hit you back.
And that's the thing is, I mean, if you think about it, that's why it does remind me a lot of video games because the robots are like NPCs in video games, and it's so funny to see, you know, the guy, the dealer, talking to the bartender. These are just two robots, and they're literally having a conversation by themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody's around.
Yep.
And they're just living life, and then Ed Harris comes along and, you know, kidnaps him and drains his blood and then scalps him.
Can you imagine the amount of algorithms that would have to go into that to be able to do that?
The only thing that I feel sucks about it, and I get kind of, you know, why it has to be that way, but that it's the same every day.
Yeah, it's the same maybe if you keep going to the same part. Like, what if you take part in different stories? He said there's over 200 narratives, and we just saw one.
Here's the
I
thing.
get that, but I'm...
Sorry.
ahead.
No. Okay. So we were told that there's about 1,200 people in the park at any given time.
Real-
actual
real
people.
people, yeah.
Actual people.
Yeah.
With it being so lifelike, how do they like? I wonder if they're gonna touch on like people killing other people, or
I think so.
because I think because the guns in there, they can shoot the robots, but they can't shoot other people. Like if you had a friend with you and you use the gun and you try to shoot him, it wouldn't kill him.
Right.
Yep.
But if you rape somebody, you're really fucking raping them. Like you can't fake a rape,
Man, he's right.
Yeah, that's kind of icky. That's what
right?
I'm saying. It's like,
And
that's fucking...
and because the robots are so real, How would you? How can? I mean, I don't know. Is there like some safety word that they use?
Yeah.
It's so weird how much just one episode has really got like all of us thinking. But
J.J. Abrams.
what I'm saying is more of my aspect is like, you know how he sees the hooker and she says the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
It'd almost be kind of nice if they remembered you kind of in that, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, you're back again. Kind of not the same.
Well, yeah,
same
like,
pitch every week.
Imagine if you were the guy to kill Hesker Escoban, the whatever the guy's, I forget the guy's name.
Yeah.
The bad guy. Mm-hmm. And then you came back. You spent another $40,000 and came back. And then the sheriff goes, "Oh, hey, you're the guy that killed Esker Escaton." That would be awesome.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's
and then
kinda
you
my
come
thing.
back and you're the town hero and blah blah. Anyways,
Well,
but,
I'm sure there's going to be like updates. It's like download content.
yeah,
Well, definitely. It's just they
New
said
stories.
that they've been doing it for 30
30
years.
years,
The
so-
zombie DLC.
Yeah, and obviously there's more to the story that unfolds, but it just got my mind like just turning.
Well, since we're on the subject of the questions, I've got a few of them that I set aside that I wrote down while I was taking notes
Yeah.
and watching the show. Do you think there's going to be a whole lot about the world outside of Westworld? Are we going to see the effects
I think
of having a theme park like this?
later.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a huge question in my
Yeah.
mind. Because I think of more of the religious people being like, no,
Right.
you cannot do this.
Yeah, are there like picketers outside of fucking
Yeah.
Westworld? Like the what is PETA? And then the people against ethical treatment of robots.
Yeah, there you go.
Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They got a Peter.
Nice. I
But
like
also, I was thinking, you know, if it was more affordable to regular folk, do you think you would see crime go down? Because people would get all that aggression out.
And here's the thing: is like this is why I do and I don't want to see the outside world, because if robots are in here, why aren't they out in the world? I don't know, working at McDonald's and fixing your car and pumping your gas and
Maybe they are.
bagging your groceries, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
People have to have jobs.
well, okay, that's okay. That's like saying the people got mad because they put self things in McDonald's so you can just do your order at McDonald's, like just by pressing a button and you don't have the cashier. But that does take away that guy's job. But then it adds 3 more jobs for the engineers that make the computers and fix the computers.
I'm not an engineer.
I'm just saying it.
Taking the
whatever.
jobs away from the Mexicans. That's what's going to
Yep.
happen.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Manny.
And our fellow baristas.
Well, you know.
My next question is, do you think that there's a PG version? Like the kid was walking around with his family. Well, like, what if he saw somebody raping somebody? I got to get off this rape thing.
No, you were so on the rape
He
tonight.
really is a little rapey.
It was traumatic to see her getting hauled off.
I know.
She's so hot. Too.
She was pretty hot in that. Yeah.
Oh.
So PG version, like, do these kids get to see all this stuff go down?
I mean, I imagine.
Yeah. Or is it like
I mean,
different?
if you
for
gotta
families?
really think about it, I mean, they're selling that time period. You know what I mean?
Just the way it is, right?
Yeah, just how it is. And that's kind of what's so crazy about it is you're just kind of going in and like that guy said, he's like, you know, we did all the family stuff the first time, but it wasn't enough for him.
Yeah.
He needed to do more. And that's what I think is so crazy is it seems boring to me in the aspect of going more than a couple times, but I guess I get your point of doing all the different things. But my thing is I'd want to be remembered,
Yeah.
you know, of like Aaron was saying. I thought that was a cool aspect of them being like, oh shit, you're that guy. You know what I mean? Like how those guys remembered.
What's his eyebrows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, you showed us around last time. That was awesome. And he's just like, what do you.
But he was, because
James Marsden. or
Marsden
whatever.
was a robot and the people were the guests.
Yeah,
right?
they were guests.
asked. Now, that would be kind of cool if since they're all robots, if you pick a storyline or a narrative before you go in and they somehow program certain memories into those specific
Yeah.
Interactions.
hosts that are involved in that narrative,
Yeah.
so that they kind of say stuff about
What
you.
sucks is like this world would be really cool if it was like if you could have this world all to yourself and there wasn't 1,200 other people in there with you, because then they could make it that way, and then you get jacked in and everybody knows what happened in the last story.
Yeah.
But that just doesn't happen in this world, and this is fun. But anyways, that would be better. But
No, it's true. Good question.
One thing I did want to point out that I did not like about the movie.
the show.
The show. Yes, the show. That virtual map looked ugly.
Really?
That whole thing, like, I feel like everything down to like the way they were creating the humans and the animals was
badass.
beautiful.
Sure.
Like they really put that together really well.
It
And then,
did. It had an artistic feel and
Yeah.
just very like.
even when he was sitting there, Anthony Hopkins was sitting there drinking with the old robot, and the way he moved was so awesome. He just kind of had that herky jerky.
Do you think that was an effect, or do you think that guy could actually do that?
He's popping and locking.
Right? Like
I
that
think-
was.
It had to be
good.
fake. 'cause
No,
it was
I think
so,
I think
you
he-
think that was a
I
real
think
guy.
I think it was an effect.
I think that I wouldn't put it past them to have some sort of a dancer, choreographer that teaches them how to move that way. Honestly, but maybe it's a little bit of both.
And here's the thing, like, oh my gosh, so many questions. Okay, so the guy that he was drinking whiskey with,
Yes.
second robot he ever made. Evan Rachel Wood, first robot he ever made. Evan Rachel Wood is still in the park. This guy is in a body bag in sub-level 86B.
Maybe she got some updates,
No, she did. She keeps getting upgraded. That's at the end.
but he doesn't get upgraded.
No, he's just there. But at the end, one of the scientist guy says she's basically a brand new robot.
Yeah.
And that's the whole fly thing and her hit, because
Yeah.
she's not supposed to do that. She's not supposed to hit a fly and kill it.
Well, I've got something for that. Okay.
the fly swatter.
So we talked about my distaste for the virtual map.
Sorry, did I
could've done
mess
so
up
much
your
better.
order?
No, not at all. What was that? What were we just discussing right now?
Her killing the fly.
Yeah, the fly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So one thing I noticed, and also reading on a couple of articles, is that we all think that Ed Harris dragged her away to rape her, right?
Oh no, that totally is the thing.
But what if he didn't rape her? What if he reprogrammed her in some way?
Oh,
bum.
shit.
And then the other question is, what if he is a robot and he's
I
just
was
figured out how
Just gonna ask.
to get
that.
around that?
But the only thing that might be wrong about that is he says I haven't been. It's been a while, or it's nice to be. It's good to be back.
It's
Maybe
30
he was decommissioned and then came back.
Did he say he's been coming for 30 years, or he hasn't been there for 30 years?
He's been coming for 30 years.
30.
Giggity.
Okay, so I think that some of our questions could have been answered by watching the 1973 film.
Definitely, but there's to the point that I want to be surprised. I like not knowing.
Somebody ruined it for Robin and told her the whole story of the film, which I wouldn't have mind. But I like that stuff. I would have wanted to go watch the movie, and I know that this show could possibly be from 5 to 10 years
Seasons,
long,
yeah.
and they're not going to fit an hour and a half of a movie. Isn't going to change what I think about.
And
this
I like how they teased
show.
the other worlds that there was. Like the dad was in something called Horror World. How epic is that?
Yeah.
That's so fucking metal.
Well, the movie is supposed to have all kinds of worlds.
Horror World. Oh, so
I
good.
don't know what that was.
was,
Is that his metal?
Yeah, it was metal.
I'm yelling.
I was waiting for a metal haiku.
Titanium.
Yeah.
Titanium.
Um,
Sorry.
So they talked about a critical failure 30 years ago, and Ed Harris says that he's been going there for 30 years.
Sure.
So he possibly is part of that problem, right?
He could be.
I think so.
He gave somebody too deep of a haircut and just took
Yeah.
the whole
he's
scalp
like,
off.
ooh, sorry, that was my first time. Let me try it again.
Oh, dear.
What's up with the fucking milk? Did we get any answers on that?
No.
The milk.
The milk bottle bandits is what I'm going to call them.
Yeah, that's great.
They
I like
Band
that.
name called it.
they were looking for booze. That's why they were there. They were looking for booze, and all they had was milk. So it was kind of a joke for them to go to do the milk thing. That's
Got it.
why.
Okay. All right. I didn't
All
understand
right,
that.
that makes
first.
sense.
Milk bottle bandit.
Um,
MBB.
the last question I have was: I'm sure this is a yes, but are all those old hosts gonna come back to life?
Oh God, yeah.
They're all just
Oh,
standing
in
there.
storage?
Way to not be efficient with your space. Like just spread them all out within this warehouse.
I feel like
Stuff them in a corner.
Yeah,
this is going to be like an iRobot type of thing.
they're all gonna wake
What are you
up.
doing? I'm burying you.
Because in iRobot, the one robot led all the robots to kind of revolt, right? I think Evan Rachel Wood is that one robot.
Yeah, they're waiting for her.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
She's ready to kill a fly.
I'm excited because I thought the first, 3-4 episodes was going to be like, oh wow, look at this awesome world, look at
That's
this
what I thought,
majestic.
too.
They raised so many questions and answered, and like, they touched on so many things that I didn't think they were going to touch on the first episode.
I like that they did. It seems watching the preview for the next episode, it looks like they did. We're gonna show you how the hosts work,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna go and show you how the guests work. And you see the dude from Sunny in Philadelphia walking in. I thought that was.
it's just.
I thought that was cool how they're breaking it down like that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so. Yeah, more action packed. I definitely thought exactly what Sprinkle said, a bean.
This is the first time he called me Sprinkle all show.
I know.
He's been calling me Aaron.
Oh, did he?
Proper.
I thought
the whole show.
he just doesn't
Proper
respond to you
Aaron.
at all.
No, it's okay.
That they were definitely going to more talk about, oh, there's this place, Westworld, and kind of, the outside view of it, not just throw you in the world and this is all we're showing you.
Yeah, you almost think that it was like any other show. It'll start out perfect, and then it'll start going to shit. This is just like, it's
Shit.
going to shit.
Already,
Well,
first episode.
that's the thing is the world is awesome in TV land until the viewers show up.
Right.
The world is fine until we start
We
watching,
start fucking with it.
and then everything
Of
goes
course.
to shit.
It's funny.
Damn it! I had a question I forgot.
Did you guys know that Stubbs, the guy that was doing the interview, who was asking the questions, the white guy, blonde hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Hemsworth brother. His name is Luke.
See, I thought I talked to you about this.
Yeah, you did.
Because I saw the show notes and I was like, I think he just misspelled one of the Hemsworth brothers because that's not their names. It's Chris and Liam.
Yeah, his name is Luke.
Okay, Chris, Liam, and Luke.
Luke. Robinson.
I am your brother.
He's a Hemsworth? Oh, that's too bad. Like, why? I was like, she's like, I think the other ones look better.
I feel like they're all dumb. Like in real world.
Thor is not dumb.
No, he's
Don't ever say that
no,
again.
He's a mouth breather.
He is
He's
not.
a mouth breather
dumb
that
as-
will
he's-
crush your head
He is
with
dumb.
the Mjolnir.
He is dumb as a box of hair.
With the moan.
What else? Yeah.
Meow with the meow.
Mjolnir. We talked a little bit before the show. The music. So the music is done by the same person that does the music for Game of Thrones, Ramin Djawadi.
Sorry.
Ramin Djawadi
Awesome.
wrote that, but sounds way better the
Yeah,
way he
A
performed.
little bit.
And they had cover songs in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That was interesting. I thought I was not expecting something like that.
No, I was watching it with Michelle, and she's like, do you listen? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, really listen? And I'm like,
Listen.
what the hell are you talking about? And she's like, listen to the music. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That
That
they
was great.
pulled rock songs like that and redid them.
They had Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, and Rolling Stones Paint It Black were in the old-timey kind of Western feel.
Which I think is funny because Black Hole Sun. Have you ever seen the video for Black Hole Sun? It's
fucking crazy.
The
It's creepy.
creepiest video
The mouths that just keep growing.
ever seen, and it's so good. And yeah, right when I heard it, I was watching with my girlfriend, and I was just like, "What?" She was talking. I was like, "Stop!" I know this song. I think. Yeah, so good. And
It was
just sounded
crazy.
And then the Paint It Black started in the piano and then went to instrumental. And it
Yeah,
was so
that was
good. The
great.
sound design in this show is
It makes
spot
me
on.
excited to see. Are they
So
going to
good.
continue that on
Oh, I
throughout
hope so.
the?
Oh, I hope.
And just give you little
Well-
like, what song is that? I was like, oh shit, that's like, Iron Man's fucking or ACDC's
Iron Man? Iron Man?
ACDC's Iron Man.
well. They got a player piano custom made just for the show So all those piano things you're hearing is a real player piano playing those tunes.
That's sweet.
How
That's
crazy
fucking
is
sick.
that?
I want one.
So just because of that fact, I'm 100% positive we're gonna have more songs like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they wouldn't spend the money on that and not use it.
They're like, oh, we have an extra $10,000. Let's just buy a custom built player piano just for the show for 2 songs. No, that's
super
not gonna
cool.
happen. But yeah, it's pretty awesome.
You had a few more fun facts, right?
Yeah, I had there was an article, and I think it was on entertainmentweekly.com. I'm pretty sure it was Entertainment Weekly. The 11 rules of Westworld.
Okay.
Some of them are kind of boring. I'm gonna.
Where are you gonna start from? Top or bottom?
The middle.
They're not in order. They're just
Okay.
bullet points. Why?
Bullet point 1.
Just asking.
Do you want me to say an order just for you? Do you want an order?
No.
I mean, I can say 1 to 10 or 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
10 to 1.
Save
5
your
to
last
10,
one.
then 4 to 1.
So it's actually 8 to 1 because I took out some.
Okay.
Perfect.
What do you got?
Okay. So let's see. If you stay long enough, you'll figure out Westworld's secrets. I don't know what that means.
Maybe that's what Ed Harris says. Because yeah,
That's-
that ties back into if you're repeating the same thing over and over again, why do you need to be there for more than one day?
Exactly. But
That is kind of a bummer.
but
I
that
wanna be there for
world
a week.
that thing is so big. You could go multiple times and see so many different things and new things. So, anyways, number 7. It's the host's world. We're just visiting. So the hosts live there. We're just hanging out with them.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. What did I say? 7? 6. It's been around as long as Disneyland or longer. So it's older than Disneyland.
How is that? How would it be older than Disneyland? It's
That's
just
what's-
is
in that
this
world.
In this,
It's
yeah.
it's older than Disneyland.
Okay. All right.
So it's been around for longer than 30 years.
If Westworld looks like that, what the fuck does Disneyland?
Right?
look
Yeah,
like? I want to go to Disneyland. Fuck that shit.
I want to be fucking Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking Star Command come in.
5. The hosts may be more human than the humans.
Like they feel more.
I think so. Or they're starting to feel more now.
Okay.
Well, you just
yeah.
hear how she
And-
says that, she tries to see the good in the world
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Humans don't really feel that way.
She reminded me a lot of Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but even the tones of her voice, she's like, I feel like she's waiting for it to scream for Aunt. What was her name? Aunt or
Annie.
Dorothy?
yeah,
Auntie Anne?
Auntie
Yeah.
Anne.
Did you notice that in the show, when she was in the facility, like outside of the place,
Butt naked.
yeah, butt naked. By the way, okay,
Buck
this is a
naked.
sidetrack to the sidetrack. All of their asses looked fucking weird sitting down.
Everybody's ass.
No. They looked extremely weird. When they were sitting down in the chairs, their asses looked like overly flat. Like weirdly flat.
It's just a soft chair.
No.
I'm sure Evan Rachel Wood has a great ass.
Well, I'm sure she does too. No, I
second
bet it's
that.
flat. I bet
think
it's super
so?
flat.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
But anyway, they look flat on the chairs. That's all I'm saying.
It's just, I mean, how would you look naked sitting on a chair?
I look fucking fantastic on a chair.
That's a fucking line, you know it.
You don't know
It's true, I don't know.
yet.
No, I hope you don't know. I hope I never
Manny
know.
knows because
I
you guys
never
do
know.
scissor.
Little scissors.
We love the scissor action.
Okay, do you know who has the worst job in Westworld? The guy that has to design the balls of the horses.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that
We're
guy.
in-
Is
we're
it
in-
or is it the guy that designs the balls, or the guy that literally has to like trim the hair off the balls of the
Well, it
horses?
doesn't grow. Oh, yeah. You're
Because the guy's shaving off the horse hair like on the body, but who shaves the hair on the balls?
They're going
know
to
what I'm
pay
saying?
you $50 an hour to shave some balls. You going to do it?
$50 a ball.
I'm sure that person is passionate about making balls.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They found somebody. Continue.
What was I even saying? I don't remember what I was saying.
Okay. You
were doing
on
the
6 or
rules.
5 or something.
Yeah, no, I'm on 4 now. 4, it's the little things that give away the hosts. So like the gestures, and I think their eyes is what gives them away. If you look at their eyes,
Do they ever blink? I didn't pay attention to that.
I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to watch it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it
for
again.
the 4th time.
Seriously, third time for me. Number 3, the hosts are also lifeguards. So if you get hurt, I
That
think
makes sense.
the hosts, the robots,
Go into action mode and they
will
save
help
you.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Number
good to
2,
know.
you have to sign a release form before you go into the park.
Of course. That sounds like something obvious.
It makes sense, but I didn't think of it when I first watched it until I saw this. Never thought of it.
Well, I could definitely see that just in case something happens.
Yeah, just in case, I don't know, you break your leg or your kid dies or something.
That would suck.
You sign a release form so they don't get sued.
Fall off a cliff.
What else we got?
Last one, the guns only kill robots. Did I bring that up? Did I just bring earlier? Did I bring that up?
You said the bad guys only kill robots?
No, the guns in
yeah.
Westworld only kill the robots.
Okay. Is it? Are you saying robots weird? Are you doing that on purpose?
I was hoping you weren't going to bring it up. I already noticed it, and I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction.
You got to give me a heads up
Of
on these
bringing it
things.
off.
I was like, this guy's got some weird fucking thing with robots. Robots? What the fuck is a robot?
I was just waiting.
I know he was. He has obsessions with butts and buttholes.
I had to give it to him because this episode was a little too serious, and we needed to throw in some of that locker room humor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Any
Anyways,
more
the robots.
any more rules?
No more rules.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was it. That was 8 rules from the 11 rules of Westworld.
So what were the last 3? Just
I don't remember.
One of
the rules was about the player piano and how it was real or something like that, and then I don't remember the other 2.
whatever happens in Westworld stays in Westworld.
Yeah.
Gosh darn right.
I've got a couple more.
Don't talk about Westworld.
Oh yeah,
The
don't talk
first
about,
rule
yeah,
of Westworld. Don't talk about Westworld.
Shh, stop talking about it.
Sorry. Well,
just
we've been
spent
talking about it
45
for
minutes.
47 minutes.
So bad at following rules.
Sorry. Sorry, Tyler.
Evan Rachel Wood was only given.
Sorry. I had to do a big one. I had to do a big one.
What an asshole.
I was. Anyways.
Evan Rachel Wood was only given small portions of the script at a time, so she would stay more innocent. I thought that was kind of cool,
I can
That
dig
is
it.
cool.
and I wonder if they're going to keep doing that throughout the whole show. I mentioned this the very first time we ever mentioned this show. I mentioned this little trivia tidbit is
tidbit.
Quentin Tarantino passed on this.
I know. I think that's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, what would we have gotten with Quentin Tarantino?
a lot more
behind
blood.
that?
A
Oh,
lot.
my
Some
fucking
crazy
God.
dialogue, too, though.
I mean, I love J.J. Abrams. I love Jonathan Nolan, Lisa Joy. But man, I am a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino.
Okay,
I would
Me
have
too.
loved to see
So
that.
we know Jonathan Nolan. He was the writer and director of the first episode. That's fucking unheard of. That doesn't happen. For for any episode, it's usually a writer and a director, not the same person.
Yeah, for shows.
For
Yeah,
shows,
you're right.
that's how
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that he did. First episode, he wrote and directed. How much influence does his brother have, you think?
Well, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have got him in the door, but he's part of the. We're talking about Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, he's an executive producer.
Is he on this?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I missed.
I'm pretty
missed that
sure.
one.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Backtrack.
Anyways,
Good. What else do I got?
JK. LOL.
I wanted to talk about a little bit about what the 1973, what came of the 1973 movie. There was a sequel, 1980, 3 episodes, Beyond Westworld.
Oh.
In the original film, I don't know if this is how much of this is true because we don't really know Ed Harris's character too much yet.
Sure.
But that they're saying that Ed Harris's character in the 1973 film was the one that wore brown. James Marsden character was the one that wore black. But looking at photos of the movie and stuff, I don't find that to to relate. I think okay. So the original guy, the original actor that played Ed Harris's character was Yul Brynner.
Okay.
And from the photos that I saw, he was always wearing black. So I'll hopefully one of these days we get to watch the movie, the original one.
Yeah. I mean, it's really dated. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's really dated,
I'm sure it is.
and it's not that great.
The poster is badass though.
Oh, really? I don't know.
His face is coming off and slightly off to the side, and you can see like the mechanical.
Yeah,
That's badass.
I know in the show they actually show medieval world, or in the movie they show
Yeah,
medieval
they have
world
other-
and they show another world. I can't remember, but I know they show medieval world. And do you think that every season is going to be a new world? Because by the way, the executive producer said they have plans for 6 seasons. They already have ideas for 6 seasons of this show.
Do you think they would have called it Westworld, or do you
That's the
think,
thing.
Yeah, or it would just
But they
eventually
already-
evolve.
They already teased horror world,
Yeah.
so
I could definitely see each season being a different world.
I don't think they'll do medieval world in this show because it would be too close to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And
That'd be kind of cool to go into a world where there's like dragons and shit.
not going to happen.
I'd want more
know,
of
I'm
a
not saying-
futuristic world.
So I think I know the answer. Do you guys think that this show is going to be a good substitution for Game of Thrones on HBO?
I do think so. Yes.
I
Because
think
this
so,
is
too.
it. This is HBO's new Game of Thrones because they know it's gone in two seasons.
I think it can definitely hold up.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. What are you apologizing for?
Anyways.
All right. A
We
couple
do
other
a talk
things.
show.
Couple
We're
other things.
supposed to talk.
We're supposed to talk
Over each other.
This was
all the time. Anyways.
just like he's doing now. This was interesting. I thought that the original character the character from the original movie, Yul Brynner's character, he influenced characters like Michael Myers and the Terminator, and you can kind of see that like that dark, robotic
Oh yeah.
kind of feel.
It's not a tumor.
Not a tumor. It's the original film took place in 1983.
Yeah.
So 1983 we would have had robots.
Robots.
There were 3.3 million viewers in the first episode, and it tied with True Detectives
Season 1.
season 1.
Yeah.
And that's all I got on that.
I wonder how many downloads it got. Because that's what raises in my mind, like Game of Thrones, it gets a lot of viewers, but not as much as like a Walking Dead.
You're talking about DVR or TiVo
No,
downloads?
like so they count DVR and TiVo, but they don't count obviously pirated downloads. Game of Thrones was the most pirated show in for the last 3 years, but they don't count those. And like so I think that's adding viewers, but Nielsen doesn't. I wonder how many downloads Westworld is going to get, because I don't know if you knew this, but HBO gave away Westworld's episode 1 for free. You could watch it on HBO.com. That's how I watched it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I watched episode 1 on HBO Go.
Sidekicks, go check it out for free.
Yeah, it's
still?
really good. I think I watched it last night for free still. So I think it's probably still up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of things on the back burner, but I don't think we're going to get to them. But I do believe we have reviews.
Yeah, we have one iTunes review.
Okay.
I know our last one was from Jay Jaquel.
Yes.
Right,
It was
that
a good
was- yes.
review.
That was good.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly from him.
Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it? I have
don't-
it up.
I don't mind reading it.
I have it down.
I mean, I
I
can
don't.
get it up. I can get it up all the time. I have no problems getting it up, guys. There's no need to question if I have
Especially for
problems
this
getting it up.
Reviewer.
Yeah, I can get it up just fine. Okay, just calm down.
Footsies over there.
Hey now.
But my spizzace.
What does that mean? Okay.
That's space urban.
What?
Urban style.
What? Okay.
Spizzace.
Oh my god, I hate you. So, this one's titled "Awesome Podcast." I'm not really. What? What's up? No, what were you gonna say?
I just said damn right.
Oh, damn right. Anyways, I'm not really interested in comic books, movies, or superheroes. Awesome, I guess. But I listen to every episode of Hardly Heroes. What I like the most about the show is that I can hang out with a cool group of guys without actually being expected to participate in the conversation. I'm more of a taker than a giver. Well, thank you very much.
Well, that's an interesting comment.
Actually, I think that's kind of cool because in an aspect, I mean, I guess that's why I listen to podcasts is I like to be a fly on the wall in some of these, you know what I mean, discussions that they have. And I think that's a cool aspect of,
Would you hit the fly off the wall? Would you harm the fly?
no,
Off the fly?
off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
On the fly.
Off the fly. Fucking
All right. Well, you can find us on Facebook at Hardly Heroes. You can find us on Instagram at Hardly Heroes. You can find us on Twitter at Hardly Heroes.
One?
Thank you. And you can find us on Tumblr, Manny, at?
Yeah.
Hardly Heroes.
There you go.
Boom.
And send us your emails about Westworld, entertainment, TV, and fucking everything else.
Yeah, what you want us to talk about if you got anything you need us to discuss.
Yes.
Hardlyheroes@gmail.com.
Yes. And don't forget to leave us an iTunes review. It is much obliged.
We appreciate it.
Next week, we're going to have a top 5.
Yeah, we're going to bring back top 5.
And it's, do you want to tease it or no?
No, I don't think we should. I think
No teasing for you,
because
sidekicks.
we honestly are not sure if we're going to do that one.
We're going to have a top 5, and you're going to love it.
Every second of it.
Get ready for the top 5, bitch.
Top 5 is back.
Top 5.
All right, you guys have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.